Hello everyone, welcome to this little first impression and unboxing of this Bagsmart Blast Pro 38 liter carry-on friendly backpack. So before we start, Bagsmart is a brand that I've been seeing on YouTube for a couple of times, being somewhat of a, let's say, budget-friendly and very competitive bag brand. That being said, just based on the packaging, and I assume once I unpack this, I will have a specific perception that this potentially, this somewhat budget-friendly approach is, might be a little bit, I might be able to feel it. But if you have seen my NeoSmart backpack first impression a couple of months back, I was totally in the wrong perceiving the bag as cheaply made, because that bag actually became one of my top 5 bags of 2025. So I want to look at Bagsmart and give you this honest first impression. That is why there are no edits. You will kind of experience this as we go, and just like all of my first impressions and quick look videos, I make it a point and intentionally do not inform myself about the bag so that I can give you an honest first impression as if I would be walking into a brick and mortar store, see the product for the very first time without any informations about materials, features and stuff like that, and just go into giving you my honest first impressions. And again, I will take a look at this with the mindset of many reviewers kind of looking at this and also kind of seeing it for a budget-friendly version, but I want to kind of see what Bagsmart is all about. And first impression, just from this packaging, I cannot believe that this is a 38 liter backpack. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Let's see on this tag again. I was under the impression I would be checking out the Bagsmart Blast Pro 38 liter version, but let's see. Let's unpack this and look at this. So get all of this plastic out. This is very tight, so maybe the 38 liters are squeezed together. And what I do like, it is fairly lightweight. This is some ripstop fabric, and okay, let's uncompress this, and then you can see, here is the volume that I was kind of missing. It was very compressed together, so there is some space, but still, I'm not sure if it's really 38 liters, but let's take a look at the outside first. So ripstop fabric, I do like this colorway. This is the Oyster color. I would say it is somewhat like beigey, but Oyster is a very good description. The fabric feels high quality. Again, if you take a look at my NeoSmart first impressions, I was kind of in the wrong saying the material felt not as premium or very budget friendly. And I would say this is, and I don't mean this in a bad way, if you kind of look at this from a design standpoint, and also now from me feeling this feels like a bag that you would see, and again, I don't mean this in a negative way, but this looks like a bag that you would see like in Walmart or in a regular shopping mart in the bag section of those, a cheaply made sports bag. And again, just based on the design, the look, truth to be told, this Bagsmart logo placed here, it doesn't scream like premium. It does look a little bit cheapish, to be quite frank. But the ripstop fabric, it does feel good. I wouldn't say this is cheaply made, but again, just from perception, you could kind of be led to the opinion that this is hanging on the bag rack at Walmart or in any other supermarket, or sports goods store. are some loose threads, but this is just from making. I think this is just something rest. The stitching, here's a little bit something where I say, oh, this doesn't look that great. This is just one stitch. I mean, overall, it does look okay. Yeah, the shoulder straps feel okay-ish. I mean, I'm looking at this. I'm coming from the perception of someone who reviews a lot of high quality or very premium bags like Evergoods, GoRuck, Able Carry. Those bags are always like non plus ultra. They are amazing in terms of choice of material, build quality, and especially design. And obviously this is a little bit, yeah, not in the same league, but considering it's a budget-friendly bag, I think it is still okay. The back panel is fairly soft. Overall, this bag feels very soft and squishy, flimsy in a way. There is no like hard back panel that gives this bag some rigidity, but this could be also a feature, because since this is very flexible, as you can tell, it was very slim when I unpacked it, and everything that is soft and malleable gives you more opportunity to it being flexible to anything that you pack inside. For example, I tested the Huro backpack just a couple of videos ago, or one video ago. That was made out of X-Pack, and I said in that video, the X-Pack is fairly stiff, and if you load stuff inside, because it is a very rugged and stiff material, there is no kind of flexibility or malleability of hard items going inside the bag and the material kind of expanding or kind of molding around that specific bigger bulky item. And this being very soft means that if I put like bigger bulkier items in here, maybe something squarish, like for example my magic cards that I loaded inside the box and that was inside that Huro backpack, there were a little bit of difficulties to getting that stuff inside, and with this I feel like it's a little bit easier. Now, again, back panel, a little bit flimsy, no rigidity, but this also means it kind of molds on your body shape. The shoulder straps aren't that padded, but they are wide enough to kind of distribute the weight on top of your shoulders. So that is okay. Also, keep in mind, if this is a carry-friendly bag, you don't want to have bulky shoulder straps, because this would make it a little bit more difficult to load the bag underneath the seat in front of you or in the overhead compartment. So there's always a balance point that you need to make with shoulder straps, especially when you're traveling. There is a hidden zippered compartment here that would be good for passports. There is an inner lining. Truth to be told, this inner lining feels okay, but just by feel, and again, this is a first impressions. Don't kind of quote me in terms of facts, but it feels kind of like tissue paper, and I wonder if this would hold up for many years. I think this would hold up pretty well, but if I imagine you have something like a passport with a passport protector outside that has like pointy corners, it could kind of damage this inner lining, but this is just speculation on my part. By the way, these are YKK zippers, so they do feel good. I like that there is a zipper garage here. Then there is a top handle, water bottle compartment on the outside, a quick access pocket here on the side that is RFID protected, where you could store your passport and whatnot. I personally don't like that this is the RFID protected slot, because this is a quick access slot that pickpockets could get easily into. Yes, this pocket is opening in the direction that is towards your back, So it is somewhat protected from pickpockets, but I would have rather see this RFID protected in a way. I don't know. I'm very paranoid when it comes down to pickpockets, but I do like this quick access pocket. The side handle is really good. I think this is padded, but not bulky to get in your way. As I said, if you put it in your overhead compartment, having something that is too bulky and too padded will get in your way, but having a good top handle and side handle is really important to me personally. Then you have another quick access slot here, another organizer slot here that is just a big drop-in slot. I don't like these types of slots if they don't have organization. So because you see, you carry this bag kind of like this. This is the top. If you throw in stuff here, basically all of the small items accumulate here at the bottom. Yes, you have this quick access pocket here, but I would have loved if there would be like zippered slots here and here to kind of utilize the whole vertical space if you want to kind of store smaller items. But that I think here it comes down to, okay, how many features do you want to add that potentially would kind of compromise the thought of making this budget friendly in a way. Then let's see, what is this? Do you have a top pocket? Oh, okay, another quick access. I kind of do like this because this kind of underlines what I'm saying in terms of utilizing the whole vertical space. So all of the items that you put in here are on top of everything that is in the main compartment, and therefore again kind of distributing stuff over the whole vertical space instead of adding stuff on top, whatever is in the main compartment, and then having the, in air quotes, risk of items kind of sliding down, accumulating at the bottom. This kind of ensures that those items are here at the top. And I noticed that I talk really fast. I just got a coffee, so please excuse if I'm moving really fast. I do like this top pocket, this brain pocket in a way. But again, there is this kind of flimsy inner lining. I do question the durability of this. Especially here are some like side corner attachments to this, and I wonder if you open this really carelessly multiple times, there is the potential that the thread here could break after a while. But again, budget friendly, and I would take this with a grain of salt. I do know a lot of, in air quotes, mainstream people who would never pay above 50 euros for a backpack. And I always get the question, why do you spend so much on a backpack? And I feel like a good backpack is a very essential item because it carries many of your daily work items. For example, an expensive MacBook Pro. Then you maybe wear a nice outfit for work. I think it is important then to invest in a good backpack to protect your expensive laptop and then also look good on your work attire, right? But I do know a lot of people who would never pay above 50 or 60 euros. And this, probably for those kind of people, this is around 100 euro or US dollar, if I'm not totally mistaken. I usually don't cover prices in my videos, but I think it's important when I talk about budget friendly. I think compared to all of the other bags that the bag enthusiast niche kind of looks at, I feel like this is still somewhat considered budget friendly, but probably not for really mainstream people. So yeah, considering the budget friendly approach, I kind of see that in some places like this inner lining, there have to be some corners to be cut, but yeah, I just wanted to mention this. Now going into the main compartment, opening up this. All right, so this is somewhat, I would say, duffel style opening, and now I do kind of see where this 38 liter comes from. Here is the zipper. If you open this up, you have expandability. And I guess this is where those 38 liters capacity come into. And yeah, I can somewhat see that this, no, I still doubt that this is actually 38 liters, to be quite honest. Honestly, I'm not really sure if this is 38 or if I misread something and this is just 30. To me, this looks like 30. Maybe I totally mistakenly thought that this is 38. So there is a divider here. This is a pretty unique feature. So as you can see here, this is the big space. Again, duffel style, because you open it kind of like this. And then you have this very unique design choice where you have this divider that you can kind of attach with these bungee cords, and then you have this divider. Not sure how practical this actually would be when loading this up, but I do kind of like that you can kind of load some stuff here, like maybe pants, maybe some pairs of shoes. And I wouldn't say this is necessarily to separate dirty from clean clothing, but rather as a way to make sure that everything is kind of staying in place. As I just mentioned with this top brain style pocket here, this would kind of prevent that all of the items would just kind of pressure down, so or just slide down. So if you have like pants here, some items here, you would ensure that all of the weight, all of the items are basically evenly distributed around the whole space, and that actually makes kind of carrying a backpack a little bit more comfortable. So I don't know if in practicality this would actually work, but in theory, having made sure that your items stay in place instead of just kind of sliding down is a really cool idea, I think. Then you have, just like in a suitcase, you have these compression straps, and okay, you have another like pocket here that would be really good. Oh, I need to go to the door. All right, sorry about that. I quickly had to go to the door. Where was I? Yeah, we have this shoe compartment that honestly is a good idea, but most of the time with other bags that have these features as well, like for example Air or Modern Dayfarer, I never use these because I feel like when you put your shoes in here, it's kind of in the way, and I rather have them in a somewhat single like bags to keep them from separated from my clean clothing and put them somewhere up here. But when you use this, for example, as a gym bag, this could be a really good place for wet items or dirty items to separate them from the rest of the items in the main compartment. So in theory, cool, but I usually don't use it that much. So yeah, that is basically the overview of this. Oh, here's another zipper that I totally overlooked. With a clear see-through material. Excuse me. So yeah, in terms of features, it looks very useful. I think this could be a really cool, carry-on bag, maybe gym bag, but I stand by it. The looks, the design of it looks a little bit, budget friendly. And excuse me, I'm still sick, so maybe I was talking a little bit too much. The build quality is okay. I mean, the choice of materials are amazing. Ripstop fabric, YKK zippers, really good. But there are some points in the stitching that are a little bit lacking, or the choice of this inner fabric not perfect. I would have liked a little bit, better feeling inner lining. And I think for the pricing, you get a lot of bag that is very useful. But again, in terms of looks, and maybe spend a little bit more and get something that looks a little bit better. And looks are subjective, right? I think this doesn't look that great. It looks very generic, budget friendly. But if that is your taste, then all the power to you. But for me, it's not the best looking bag. But again, in terms of features, some of these pockets are a really good idea. So let me know in the comment section below, what are your thoughts about this bag? Have you ever used the Bagsmart bag? Let me know in the comment section below. If you have any questions, also comment below. Obviously, I will link this bag as well in the description. That will be an affiliate link. With that, you won't pay more, but you will support the channel with a small kickback of that sale. And if you do so, thank you very much. And maybe you want to check out an alternative carry-on friendly bag in the video up here. YouTube thinks that you like the video down here. Don't forget to subscribe by clicking the button somewhere up here. And that way we will see each other tomorrow. Thank you very much.